Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about how GTA 5 will look on the new gen consoles. For the new gen consoles that I'm talking about, it's obviously going to be the PS5 and the Xbox X. This has nothing to do with PCs, obviously, from the title. But yeah, just stick tuned to the end, because if you're looking into buying one of the new gen consoles right now, this might help you in deciding that decision. So the first thing that we're going to be going over is how the graphics will look on the new gen console, and how the graphics for GTA will look on the new gen console. So as you know, GTA 6 is sadly not coming out for the new gen consoles, which really sucks, honestly. But maybe give it a year or two more, maybe two, and we could see GTA 6 possibly coming out. But for now, we're just gonna have to stick to playing GTA 5. And if you want, they are making a extra DLC pack for GTA 5 for the new gen consoles. Now, whether that is just in story mode or actually online, I'm not sure. I'm going to assume it is probably going to be story mode. But I bet you if you do buy it for the new gen consoles, you're going to get some extra perks, like some money in the game or some cars and stuff. I bet you they will do a deal like that because they want more people buying the game. And I'm sure they're going to get more sales. But we're still all definitely disappointed that they are not coming out with GTA 6 yet. But give it some time, give it some time. We need patience. I know you guys have been waiting for, what, 7 years now? Depending on when you're watching this. But yeah, so we're going to be talking about the graphics card first. So on the PS4, the graphics card, well, they don't really technically graphics card. They're not like technically graphics cards. They're kind of like graphics cards, but not really. They're not really graphics cards. So if we want like an equivalent for a graphics card, the graphics card that the PS5 is, that is like just like about. That would be the AMD RX 470. That's not exact. Now the graphics is gonna be a little more condensed, which is gonna make it just a little bit worse than what some of the graphics you'd be getting on a PC if you had the same exact graphics card. But yeah, that's about the equivalent that you get for the PS4. So the graphics are they're not insane, obviously, but you're gonna be getting better graphics on the PS5. So the one thing that I will mention is that the graphics card that I mentioned for the PS4 is just under $200. It's like $180, which, I mean, you're gonna be spending, like, if you have a PC and you don't know much about consoles, graphics cards cost a lot of money, and that's the one thing that you actually need to like look into. That's like, if you're gonna spend most of your money on anything, it's got to be your graphics card. So you're gonna be spending money on a graphics card. So just under $200 isn't like, that's not unreasonably priced. That's just like a pretty basic normal price. Like, that's even a little under budget for a lot of people for just under $200. So that's not an insane graphics card. But I mean, it's still over $100, which I don't even know if they sell graphics cards for under $100. But yeah, so it's not insane graphics on the PS4. But on the PS5, the graphics card that is equivalent to the PS5 graphics is they use a thing called teraflops, which is their form of graphics on the PS5. And these also go for the Xbox X. I'm sorry I didn't mention that. These also go for the Xbox X. They're both going to have around the same graphics. Not exactly the same, but they're going to be almost equivalent. So the graphics card that you're going to be getting is around it's kind of, so I'm reading this off an article from Cura, and it says the RTX, it was going to be equivalent to like the RTX 2080 Super in performance. Now the RTX 2080 Super in performance, that's a really good graphics card. That is actually an insane graphics card, and that graphics card does cost quite a bit of money. It is not the most expensive graphics card out there, and again, it's not going to be exactly the same as the graphics card as well on the PS5, because the PS5, yes, is going to have a lot better graphics than some other things, but then again, the console's going to be $500. You're not going to get this really insane graphics card. It's going to be expensive, yes, the graphics card for it. That's equivalent, but it's nothing going to be like insane. So it's still a graphics card nonetheless, but it's not going to be exactly equivalent to this graphics card that they're mentioning it's going to be like. So in forms of GTA, what it's going to look like, you might get better graphics for GTA 5. Now, depending if they actually improve the graphics in the GTA 5 that's released for the PS5, I do not know. But if they did improve the graphics for the GTA 5 on the PS5, then it is going to look a lot better. But it's not going to look, you're not going to see too many differences than you would on the PS4. Because, again, it accounts for two things. It accounts for first the game graphics, so the actual physical game graphics, and then it also accounts for the graphics that your PS5 can handle. And I'm pretty sure you can change that in the game, like what graphics you want it on. But just remember, the higher graphics that you get, that you put it up to, the slower your PS5 will be, or your new gen console, your Xbox X. So you're gonna be seeing a little bit better graphics, I assume, obviously, but it's not going to be that big, because considering this is a 2013 game, you don't have insane graphics on this game. I think the thing that you're going to see best, that's going to like improve the best, is going to be your render distance. So like stuff in the background is going to look a little bit less hazy, and also shading and shadows will be just a lot better, I'm going to assume. Because with the graphics card, you're just gonna get that comes with every game. Now, if it really improves, I highly doubt it. So for now, I'm personally gonna be sticking to the PS4, but I am gonna be getting a PC. So this doesn't even matter to me. I'm just letting you guys know on some information. But you're definitely going to see some like a little bit better graphics. So now we're going to talk about what it's going to look like on the new gen consoles, what the FPS is going to look like. So the FPS, it's going to be probably the same. Especially if you want the higher graphics that your PS5 can handle, it's probably going to be around the same FPS. Now, as we know, this game, I'm going to assume, is probably, I want to say this game is probably a 30, or I don't think this is a 60 FPS game on console. I really don't. Now that might change. You might get an extra 30 frames, which might make a little bit of difference. You might, if you're running GTA 5 on 30 frames, you might improve to 60 frames. But again, if you want the better graphics, you're probably gonna go back to 30 frames. Now, I'm not exactly sure if this game is a 30 or 60 frame game. I know it's either 30 or 60 for most games. But the main thing that is going to be changing is that the new gen consoles will now be able to run some games, only a few games. They're going to be running a few games at 120 frames. These are going to be for the lower, the bit of worse graphics. So they're not going to be for the best graphics, but this is the first time we're ever going to see something over 100 frames on a console, I'm pretty sure. I have not seen over 100 frames on any console, so this is definitely going to be new. But I don't think, again, I don't believe it's going to happen for GTA 5, just because maybe the graphics aren't the greatest in this game, but again, this game has to render so many things. It's got to render distance, it has to render when you jump, it has to render all the NPCs, it's got to render in the players if you're playing in a public session. It's got to render in so many things. So, in my opinion, yes, GTA will look different. It'll look better on the new gen consoles, but it's not gonna look insane. If you want those insane graphics, go ahead and get yourself a PC. But even then, on a PC, yes, you're gonna be getting a lot better graphics and frames, definitely frames. But for this game in Pacific, that is not how you say that. But like you see, like this, for like, you're definitely gonna be getting better depths, like for up there, like those little tiles and stuff. And you're definitely gonna be getting stuff like that. But it's just the little details that you're gonna be getting on the new gen consoles. But this game is just an old game. It doesn't have good graphics in general. If you want those good graphics games and you want to actually see the big graphics in it, like that are being really improved in the new gen consoles, go and check out the exclusives. Go and get Spider-Man for the PS5. Go and get God of War and see how those two games look on the new consoles. I'm going to assume that this game is not going to improve much. Now, I think the main thing that will improve is probably you're gonna see a little bit of a a little bit of the graphics are gonna improve, but you're mostly probably gonna see frames improving in this game, I'm going to assume. Again, I don't know the frame rate of this game. It's either 30 or 60. It's probably around 30 and solo, and no, it's probably around 60 in solo and 30 in public, I'm going to assume. So you're definitely going to see a frame rate change and definitely some graphics changes, but it's nothing out of the ordinary. So if I have any suggestions for you, and you are looking in, like if GTA 5 was your deciding factor to getting the new console, which it shouldn't be your deciding factor, but if it is, I personally would not recommend getting it. I would wait for GTA 6 to come out, or the games that you actually want to see come out, like Spider-Man. If you want to play that, I would definitely suggest trying to get the PS5 for if you want to get the Spider-Man game. Do not get it for games like GTA 5. So yeah, graphics will be improved. You'll get the DLC stuff, which I'm not exactly sure what it is yet, but they did announce DLC stuff is coming when you get the GTA 5 on the PS5. But you're not going to see that big of a difference on Xbox X and PS5. I'm sorry I've been saying PS5 all this time because I play on PlayStation, but you're not going to see much of a difference on either console. If you want to see big differences, again, go to the exclusive games, go to the games just coming out now, check out Cold War, look at the differences there. You're definitely going to get frame rates improvements on Call of Duty and stuff like that. So look at those games for frame rate and graphics improvements, but for games like this that are still older games, you're not going to see much of an improvement. But anyway, guys, I hope you did enjoy these games. What am I saying? I hope you did enjoy this video. I'm lost after this. If you guys want to go check out some of the links in the description, you guys can check out my Discord. You guys can check out my Twitch channel and second channel. I'm also really close to hitting Twitch affiliate on my Twitch channel, so if you guys want to go help me get Twitch affiliate, that would be very, very epic. Wow, what the heck? And also, thanks for the person that became my first member. That's actually, like, it made me feel like like an actual YouTuber. I know there's a lot of things that make me feel like an actual YouTuber, but that really just, like, put in. So thank you for whoever was my first member. If you guys want to check out that person's channel, I left it in my community page, so go check out my community page. But yeah, that's about it. I hope you guys found this video insightful, and yeah, consider getting GTA 5 on the new console, or consider it not, and just because PS5 is also backwards compatible, so all games that you have on the PS4 you can play on the PS5. So I would suggest, if you do get the PS5 or the Xbox X, just keep the same GTA 5. You don't have to buy it again. Anyway, guys, I hope you did enjoy this video, and until next time, bye.